welcome to the channel. Today we're going to review and blow snow with the new Toro Power Clear e21SP. So let's get started.
Down in the dirt. Been real bad.
This snowblower I've been waiting for quite a while. When Toro came out with their first single stage battery powered, it was a nice machine, but one of the issues that I didn't like about it that well is the fact that it didn't clear right down to the pavement. It didn't have the rubber paddles on it, and you had to push it through the snow. Most of the other electric snowblowers, single stage electric snowblowers out there on the market today are all like that. You have to push them through the snow. Well, this is the regular Power Clear, Power Propel Toro. This one has the rubber paddles on the front, so you can pull yourself through the snow with it. It's a lot easier to use, and I've just been waiting for it for a long time. I can't wait to get this out into the snow and give this a try. My snowblower came in 3 different boxes. UPS doesn't like to have too many lithium-ion batteries in one spot when they're shipping them. So the snowblower itself came in a box, the 7.5 amp hour battery and charger came in a box, and the 2.5 hour battery came in a box. That's what you get when you order this with the batteries right now. So you get the total of a 10 amp hour battery shipped to you when you order it this way. Assembly is pretty simple. Go ahead and take your batteries and charger and throw your batteries on the charger. They're not fully charged when they come, so it'll take about an hour to charge them up the first time. Both of them are in total. Then the machine itself, yes, I replaced Willow with cats. So you're going to see 2 cats walking around here. They're all excited because I'm sitting here talking. So, and you're going to hear some rattling because since I'm not sitting at my computer, they think they have to play with their toys too. So anyway, the machine, when it comes in the box, the handle is folded over and the chute is not on it. So the unfold the handles, it's real simple to unfold the handles, and they have one hand nut on both sides and then a bar here that fits into the 2 holes. So it's real simple. You can also loosen this up really easily. All there is one electrical cable on these now. There's no other cables that get in the way. So you can loosen this up easily and fold it over if you want to store it. The chute is off of it, and there's only 3 screws to put the chute on. It's real easy. There's no snaps or anything like that to deal with. All there is 3 screws, and the screws are in the package with the manual. Yes, they give you a printed manual now. So it uses, the screws are a two-way type screw, so you can either use a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, or if you got a cheap multi-screwdriver, it fits right on top, and you can use the nut part of it to tighten them down. So just sets on there. The screws are about 1.5 inches long, so it does go down and it makes a good solid. You won't bust these off ever. Toro doesn't use any remote chutes at the moment on these type of machines, so They've got the hand here for moving it around, and then for your discharge, it's got the normal Toro snap. One thing I really like about this machine is it is almost identical to the gas-powered power clears. Same width, same housing, same front auger. I'll show you the auger here in a minute. The batteries are real simple. Just one cover, and the cover locks down in place. You can put your batteries in either slot. You can use up to the 10 amp hour battery in these. I haven't seen any of the 10 hour batteries yet, but they're going to introduce them here this spring. So I have plenty of 7.5 amp hour batteries running around, so I'm not worried about this ever running out of battery for me. But during our tests, we're going to use the batteries that were supplied. So I'm pretty sure they're all charged up. That one's fully charged. That one's fully charged. I have about 200 feet of 6-foot wide sidewalk to clear. We got about 4 inches of snow today. And I have about 250 feet of 36-inch sidewalk to clear. So 2 and 3 passes to clear each sidewalk. So we'll see how long the batteries last. When they run out, I'm just going to grab some more batteries and keep going. But I expect these 2 batteries to do quite a bit. I expect there's enough battery here to do your typical 2-car driveway and your sidewalks around your house. One thing about the Toro batteries is they do have their own current limiting and electronics in them, so they're not going to explode and burn up like some of the cheaper batteries, like the ones you get in the hoverboards and your RC equipment, stuff like that. So they do have all the safeties built into them. The charger won't charge the batteries if they're hot. It's got a fan in it that cools the batteries down before they start to charge. So here in the winter time, that's not a big deal. If you know what I mean. But in the summertime, sometimes you can get one that's a little overheated. Controls, can't get any simpler than this. You have your start and run control. You have your safety button that you have to push before the front auger will start, and then you have a high and a low for your speed control. I am going to run this in the high mode all the time, so that way you can see how well the batteries do last when it's clearing snow. You can put it in the eco mode, which will give you a longer run time, but the snow, it won't throw the snow quite as far. It's got the nice Toro angled grip on the handles, so your hands aren't kind of awkward hanging onto the handles. Everything is nice and ergonomic this way. It's balanced pretty well on the wheels. Since this is the Power Clear, it does have the larger 6 or 7 inch wheels on it, and they're plastic wheels, so yeah, they'll pick up a little snow once in a while, but you're used to that with a single stage machine. Now let's tip it up and let's look at the front end. I forgot to talk about the chargers. This snowblower comes with the 2 amp charger that will charge the 7.5 amp hour battery from 0 to 100% in about 90 minutes. I understand why Toro sends the 2 amp charger, because the slower you charge your batteries, the longer they're going to last. And if you want to get 5 to 10 years out of these batteries, I recommend that you stick with the 2 amp charger. They do also make a 3 amp charger and a 5 amp charger for you guys that have to charge them as fast as you possibly can. But just be aware that lithium ion, they're not going to last as long if you charge them fast. Toro is introducing a new battery this year for the professional line, and that uses a different technology, and you can charge those batteries, you can charge those 7.5 amp hour and 10 amp hour batteries in about 80% in about 15 minutes. So if you're into speed, spend the extra money and buy the Pro batteries coming this summer. But this one does come with the 7.5 and the 2.5 in it, so you get 10 amp hours of battery in the box. So let's talk about the front end. The front end of this snowblower is the same exact components as you find in the gas machine. So I matched all the I looked at all the part numbers for this and for the 821 gas model, and the paddles, the shaft, the housing, the scraper bar, everything is all the same. So you're going to get just as good a performance as you do out of the gas models as far as clearing and stuff like that. I'm really excited about that because now we have the Power Clear, the gas models are a proven design. And Cat, no, I don't want to pet you right now. Go on. Cats are a little bit different than a dog. Dogs like to sleep this time of day. Cats like to bother you. The Toro Power Clear is arguably the best single-stage snowblower on the market. Everybody likes them. You're going to find a few guys that'll like a Briggs & Stratton, or I personally like the Aaron's Pro single-stage quite a bit. But this Toro is really, the Power Clear is really the standard in the industry and what everybody else is striving to meet. One of the design features of the Power Clear is the front auger. This is a patented system. It's all rubber. There's no metal in it. It's just real heavy belt, and they last a long, long time. When you do have to replace them, it's just basically 4 bolts, and you can 6 bolts, and you replace both sides. They're curved and they're set up so that they get rid of the snow as fast as possible, and it just works so nice. This rubber doesn't tear up anything. You can use these on decks. You can use them on patios. Just about, you can't use a single stage on gravel because it'll throw the rocks and stuff like that. You can't really use it on grass either, like you can with a 2-stage. But for sidewalks and hard surfaces, this machine is the one to beat. All right, Cat. Why don't you move, because I want to talk about the scraper bar. Thank you. Toro has a floating scraper bar on the Power Clear models. Get over here. Come here. And the floating scraper bar is big, as you can see. It's about 2 inches. It does have ribs on the bottom, so it wears consistently. It doesn't get notches and funny wear marks on it like some of the other scraper bars. And one of the biggest advantages of this is it is spring loaded, so it moves. So like I said before, most of the other electric snowblowers out there on the market don't have this spring loaded scraper. It's just a fixed thing. So every time you come up to a crack in the sidewalk or something like that, it wants to stick. This tends to float over those cracks a lot better. So You can work faster, and you don't have to worry about the machine trying to buck you over the front of the handles with it. So I'm really excited to get this out and get going with this, and show you just how well it does work. So expectations before I actually go out and look at it, watch it throw snow. I expect it to throw snow just as well as the gas-powered models. In other words, with the motor that they have in here and the design work that they did, I expect this machine to do just as well as the gas models, which means for a single stage machine, I expect this to throw the snow, depending on how wet and heavy it is, anywhere from 10 to 30 feet. All right, any questions on the walk around? Feel free to ask questions or make comments in the comment section down below. As you know, I pretty much answer everybody. So let's get this machine outside and let's start clearing some snow with it. All right, they said we got 4 inches. Looks like there's closer to 3 inches out here. If you notice, my big sidewalk, neighbors cleared a little bit of it. I'll probably still go clean that off for them. We get a lot of traffic, foot traffic here. There's a liquor store just down the street, and a lot of the people that live in this area don't have vehicles, so we tend to get a lot of traffic. Let's see how it does. I don't quite know where the edge of my sidewalk is, so I keep getting it caught in the grass, but boy is it easy to use. This thing pulls itself along so nice. As you can see, it cleans right down to the pavement. Let's see how it does with this walked on snow. Well, there's quite a bit of ice down on the bottom, but it's still clearing it right down to the pavement as well as it can. I really like how easy it is to use. It really throws the snow well. When I came back, I had the snow down
as close as I could get it. You can see it'll throw it right alongside of it. Pretty nice that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this last pass, then I'm gonna work on this sidewalk, and then turn around and do the other side. All right, as you can see, the snow, it clears it right down to the pavement here. Even though there was a little ice, it chipped that ice right off. The sun's already melting what's left. This area that had been walked on quite a bit, it's doing a good job, but there's some heavier ice on it. Same way with that one over there. It cleared 90% of the snow and ice off of that. It actually was chipping the ice that was on the sidewalk. So let me turn it around here and we'll do this other side. Not quite as much snow here, but I might as well clean it up for my neighbors. What do you think so far? There was some packed on snow right there in the middle that I didn't get the first time, but I went over a second time and cleared it right off. All right, so we've done 200 feet of snow there, another 50 foot of sidewalks going up to the houses. Let's see where the battery level is at, so you can see it out here in the sun. Let me see. All right, 7.5 is half done, and the 2.5 is half done. So that's probably about as much snow as you have on a 2-car driveway. I'm going to go around to the back side and do that, and let's see how long it takes to run the battery out. Alright, I have some gravel over by that pickup, so let's see how well it does, and then I'll clear up around the back end of that apartment. I can't clear over there because that's all gravel. You heard me try and go across that patch of gravel right there, and I was throwing more rocks and snow. So if the ground was frozen and there was some ice underneath it, you could probably get it done, but I wouldn't suggest using a single stage at all on gravel otherwise. It wants to catch on the dirt. If you noticed, when I first started there, I had a little problems finding the sidewalk, so it was sticking. Out front, I had a couple big cracks. The cement edges are raised up about a ½ inch. It would stick on them, but then it just popped right over it once I found them. So it's a lot easier than using those other single stage machines. As far as power goes, of course I don't have a whole lot of snow here, but it never slowed down for anything. I suppose I could go over there to that berm over by the Salvation Army, and we could push it in there and see how it does. Why don't we do that? All right, this area here has been pushed off with a snowplow, so it's a good foot thick. It is on gravel, so you're going to hear some noise when I'm picking up rocks, but other than that, let's see how it does for the power wise. Well, that makes it work, and that was frozen in there pretty good, and you can see I threw quite a bit of dirt and gravel with it, but you're in the driveway pile, it'll bust through it. It just takes you a minute to get the first pass through, and then you should be all good to go. Normally with a snowplow drift like that, I'll bust through and then I'll take about half or quarter passes. That way you throw the snow as far as you want. I did open it up there on the end so you could see how far it was throwing it. So yeah, still okay for power on that wet frozen stuff. All right, what's wrong with this thing? Anything? That's what's wrong with it. There we go. All right, one bar left. One bar left. So still got 5-10 minutes of runtime left. I'm impressed. Plenty of battery to do this. Plenty of battery to do your normal 2-car paved driveway and some sidewalks. So, all right, moving on. All right, so in summary, we did 200 feet of 6-foot wide sidewalk and about 250 feet of 36-inch sidewalk. So 2 and 3 passes for each one. There wasn't a lot of snow. There's probably 2-3 inches at the most. It didn't it just didn't slow down at all for that type of stuff. It did a good job of clearing the snow off the sidewalk. I had some places where there was ice, and the ice was up to about almost a half-inch thick. But since the front auger touches the pavement, it pretty much shattered that and took it off. There were just a little bit of few spots where I had a lot of foot traffic and the ice that it didn't take that off with the first pass. Now that the sun comes out a little bit, I think I could probably go back and clean that off if I really wanted to. So it's a single stage, so it doesn't work very well on gravel. I did have one issue with it, and all of a sudden it started wanting to pull to the left all the time. I fought it for a few feet, and then I thought, well, let's just stop and see what happened. What actually happened is a rock got caught in the corner of the floating scraper bar where it meets the side of the housing. And so it wasn't letting the scraper bar move up and down. So once I pulled that out of there, everything worked fine again. So that was the only little issue that I had. And if you're running this on blacktop or cement, you won't have problems like that. It handles cracks in the sidewalk really well, a lot better than any of the other electric single stages out there on the market. I do have a couple cracks here. When I was going, when I was going west on the sidewalk, there's a couple cracks that are over a half-inch tall. It did catch on that, but then as soon as I lifted it up, it drove right over them. So boy, I'll tell you what, I don't really tell people that this is the best snow thrower out there, but right now, February 2023, this is the best single stage electric snowblower on the market. If you don't agree with me, well, you're just letting your ego get in the way. Haha. Couple things I would like to see different on the machine, and it's just nitpicky. Number one, I'd like to be able to turn the headlights off. I don't need the headlights running all the time. I know they don't take a lot of power, but still be nice to just turn them off and get that extra few seconds out of the batteries. Secondly, I'd like to have the option of having a heated hand grip on this. They've got a heated handles on the E26, the 26-inch two-stage. So why can't they put heated handles on this? I'm old. I got bad circulation. It would be nice to have. Those are the only two negatives I have about it. Everything else about this, it's built just like the gas-powered Power Clears. It's solid. Yes, there's plastic or poly on it, but that's what you expect when you get a single-stage machine. It helps keep the weight down. I do like the wheels. I didn't have any problems at all with snow riding up on the wheels. The design of them keeps them pretty clean. There is metal on it, the side panels and the handlebars and stuff like that are all metal. You got a little poly on up by the lights, but there's a metal across there where your switches are at. It's a well-built machine. I will recommend this to anybody who has, asphalt, cement driveway, patios, decks, that type of stuff. It probably weighs, with two 7.5 amp hour batteries in it, it probably weighs pretty close to as much as what the gas powered does. But with the self-propel on this, with the power propel, it just you don't even notice that. This thing is so easy to use. In fact, it wanted to go faster than what my old body wants to go. So I like it a lot. Doesn't have a remote shoot on it, and I don't think Toro has a remote shoot on anything anymore. It's easy. You can actually hang on to the handles and just reach down and turn it to wherever you want to go. I'm pretty happy that way. I do have the E21 here, and I also have the E26 two-stage here. The E26 two-stage is a 26-inch two-stage 10-inch impeller machine. It does have the heated handle grips on it, lights. It'll handle 3 batteries, and it has the automatic steering in it. So it's a very nice machine to use. This one that's sitting here hasn't had any snow run through it because I haven't had enough snow this year, but I do have some videos up of the demo model that I used last year. This E21 I've had around for a long time. I bought this one myself. Toro has supplied me with the two-stage and this brand new single stage. But I bought this one myself, and you see me use it up in Wisconsin on 6 inches of snow. It does and it uses a single battery. So the single battery model doesn't work it works differently than what this new Power Propel, the e21SP does. It doesn't pull you through the snow. So it works very well on 2, 4, 6 inches of snow on really smooth pavements. And that's where most of the other electric snow throwers are at right now. They don't really compare to the gas-powered ones, because all the gas-powered ones that we have the paddle that rides on the ground. That said, then the new E21SP, I really like this because the paddles do pull you along, and with that floating scraper, it's just a breeze to use. You can't use it on gravel, even though I did back there, because I had some spots where the snow was packed down enough that I could kind of glide over the gravel. But that's where I got in trouble with the rock getting caught in the scraper bar too. And of course, single stage doesn't work on grass at all. It does a good job of tearing up your turf, but it makes it really hard to use. And it's the way the scraper bar is designed is the main problem down there. The scraper bar is designed to rest right on the ground and making sure that it clears as you're going along. The E21SP is light enough that I can pull it up my steps and onto the porch here without any issue at all. It definitely doesn't take 2 people to do that. Put it in the back of a pickup. I would say it's in the 70-pound range. Take your batteries out and it'll be a little bit lighter than most of you would be able to lift it up and put it in your pickup if you needed to. Or in the back of your SUV. Fold the handles over and it'll go in the back of your SUV. The only Toro that I don't have here is the two-stage E24. That is a 24-inch solid axle snow thrower. So when you go to turn, the wheels skid. A lot of people are not realizing that. They buy by price at Home Depot or whatever, and they're not buying the one with the automatic steering, the E26. So just be aware, just about all 24-inch snow blowers, except Aaron's, and I think the high-end Husqvarna and one of the Cub Cadets. They're all solid axle machines. Cub Cadet and Husqvarna and the high-end Husqvarna have the trigger steer. This one is the automatic steering, and the Ariens are the auto turns. I think at this point, and you guys can go ahead and argue with me if you want a battery snowblower, my first choice right now will be the e21SP. It's just so easy to use. Since the front end is exactly like the gas powered one, it's something that you can trust. It's something that's been around a long time, and it's something that you know works. You know, the commercial guys, this is their snowblower choice. But the only other snowblower that even compares to it out there on the market, as far as easy use and stuff like that, is the 21-inch commercial Ariens, and those are kind of hard to find. Two-stage, if you want electric, again, the Toro is the way to go. Again, here you get a proven snowblower. The snowblower has been around a long time. It works well. It very, very seldom breaks down. All Toro did was take the gas motor off of it and put an electric power system on top. So if you're looking at anything else, the only reason you should be looking at them is because you already own the batteries. But if you're looking to start new, if you want an electric system that has a good mower, good snowblower, string trimmers, so on and so forth, they even have a 30-inch electric mower coming out this summer. Take a good hard look at the Toro. It's definitely the best going for you right at the moment. So, all right, that's all I got. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please like it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And I will talk to you later. Bye.
Down